I've just got all new cordless tools, but I realised I've got nowhere to store them. That is where this comes in. I've followed the Shadow Foam channel for a while, so as soon as I got these new tools, I knew that I had to build a power tool wall. And no, it didn't all go to plan. I figured I could use this wall not only to store my tools efficiently in, but also make it look epic as a background for videos. If you're not familiar with Shadow Foam, stick around and I'll explain what it is later in the video. But first, let's build a box to mount it in. I'm using 18mm MDF to make the box and got the rough dimensions cut on the panel saw at B&Q. Using their cutting service saves so much time, and all I had to do was cut down the side panels to length on the miter saw. I'm actually gluing 3 pieces of MDF together for each side because of a big mistake that I made in the sizing, but I'll explain that later. My original plan was just to use a single piece and make a pretty standard box. I'm using pocket screws and glue here, so I don't need clamps. This means the box is strong straight away whilst the glue sets. With the slightly thicker than planned sides attached, I can then attach the top and bottom panels in the same way. Next, I marked out the height of the Shadow Foam that I'll be inserting and cut this down on my bandsaw. You could cut this with just a knife and straight edge. The next piece I'm adding is the top of the front surround, and this is where the neon sign will be mounted. And this neon sign is actually the sizing mistake that I made. I accidentally ordered a wider sign than I intended to, and because it was custom made, it couldn't be returned. The original plan was to either cut this into the foam at the top or to pin it into the foam, but when it arrived it was quite a lot wider than the width of the foam. That's why I had to make the box wider so the neon sign could mount on the front face without sticking off the sides. I then cut down some strips of MDF on my table saw. These are going to be used as the rest of the front face of the box, which get glued and brad nailed into place. Having this front face makes painting it later on a lot easier. I rounded over the edges with my palm router and then I went round filling the nail holes and joins. Then I gave it a quick sand down with the cordless mouth sander. I gave it a few coats of satin black paint, which the MDF really drinks on the first couple of coats, but we got there in the end. I could then test fit the foam and work out my preferred layout. For this tool wall, I'm using 2 70mm sheets to allow for the deeper power tools. If you're doing your own tool wall, take a few photos of the layouts to compare them. That way you can choose your favourite and then save it as reference for cutting the tools out later. Just so you know, I am now a Shadow Foam ambassador, so if you're thinking of trying this yourself, I've got a link and a discount code in the description that'll save you some money and it helps support the channel. Next up was getting the rather wide neon sign fitted. I wanted to hide the cables inside the box, so drilled a hole with a Forstner bit that was big enough to fit the switch through. I added a second hole off camera where it exits the back of the box. I painted the inside of the hole black to hide it and then attached it to the top face with a couple of sole screws. With the box all finished, it was time to get the tools all cut in. I have cut some Shadow Foam before, but this is by far the biggest project I've attempted. And to be fair, it was actually pretty easy. Shadow Foam is a foam organisation system where you cut out the space for your tools to sit in. It keeps them organised and you can quickly tell if something's missing. They're most often used in tool drawers or pack out systems, but also have loads of other uses like this tool wall. You just run your scalpel around the tool to mark your cut, making sure to keep it upright. Then you move the tool and cut further into the foam to make a deeper cut. you can then just peel the foam and pull it away. Keep cutting and peeling until you have the shape of the tool. Some tools are pretty easy to do, especially hand tools, as these are normally just cut at one level. Power tools can be a little bit trickier as they often have different depths, so you need to cut and peel and then test fit and repeat. Once you have the bottom final layer of your foam cut, you can clean it up with one of these foam spinner tools. I decided I would glue the edge of the foam to stop it pulling out of the box when the tools were removed. And I got some of this flexible glue with the cutting kit. So I used that to bond the MDF with the foam. As you can see here, I left this side of the tool wall unpainted because when I started painting, I was worried I was going to run out, and this side was always going to be up against the workshop wall, completely unseen. I'd even forgotten that I hadn't painted it until I was editing this video, and it's been in the workshop a couple of months now, and it's clearly well hidden. It was now finally time to maneuver it into place. If you look just to the left of the renovation Dan sign, you'll see I've notched out the timber on the storage platform. This is so I can slide the tool wall onto the end of the bench and it won't need to be anchored to the walls, as it won't be able to fall forward or backwards. Finally, the satisfying bit I'd been waiting for, fitting all of them tools into the wall. Then getting that neon sign turned on and admiring the finished tool wall. So there we go, one epic tool wall build and somewhere to store my cordless tools. Well, some of them. I've built another one, haven't I? But that one's not quite finished yet, so you'll have to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that one. If you haven't seen the video about these cordless tools, check that one out here. And remember, if you want to save yourself some money on shadow foam, there's a link and a discount code down in the description. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.